Right guys, so this is game 2, it is a best of 5 and it is between GLSnute and TSLHyuN. HyuN the blue Zerg, Snute the red Zerg. I am SC2 England, my lovely co-caster is Pewey.
Hello.
And Pewey, this is AntecAttack number 25.
It is.
So whoop whoop.
And this is game number 2 between these two awesome players, and of course it is sadly a ZvZ.
Sadly, get over it.
Sadly.
Zerg is awesome, Zerg
He
for the
did.
win. That is, I'm just hyper about it because it's going to be cool. And so far, Pew, the important thing to note is they're both building overlords, which means
Yes.
there's no pull before overlord, no massive cheese. We may see a straight up game now.
That is looking that way.
Of course, we're referring to game 1 where Snoot 6-balled and HyuN just held it so swishly. Like
Yeah.
a boss, basically.
And it is so strange because like we've seen so many different him get cheesed by like every number of pool with like every type of follow up behind it, and he's just like well, whatever, like easy win.
It's been beautiful. Like, HyuN, he has one of the best ZvZs going in my opinion. It's just so good. I don't think I've actually seen him lose a ZvZ yet. I'm trying to think.
I know he's lost like in tournaments against ZvZ, but not that we've casted stuff like that. He just has solid play, and it looks like we have hatch first via pull first. So not the biggest difference of builds. Of course, HyuN should come out a little bit.
How late that pool is, it makes the kind of economical focus not that much worse, because I mean, yes, HyuN is getting the hatch first, but getting the earlier pull means you get an earlier queen, which means you get an earlier inject, and there's swings and roundabouts. I mean,
and of course he's gone for the hatch now anyway. It's
so
just like it's just like the other way around, and
obviously
like,
HyuN will have a
the
slightly
exact
better
difference.
economy.
Yeah,
And
he'll just
hypothetically will have a slightly better production rate long term, but immediately Snoop will have a better short term production.
yes,
Which
that
is really
true.
It's really confusing. And this is why a lot of people who casually watch StarCraft find ZvZ really confusing, because you don't see that sort of subtlety in Terran or Protoss gameplay,
No.
or even in mirror match, in any match apart from a ZvZ mirror, because it's one worker produced at a time. You can see the tech very clearly. The supply is really telling, whereas in ZvZ it can fluctuate so quickly that it gets very confusing.
Absolutely,
But
and
we're here to guide you through that.
you spot on. Like for those who do not know, I am a Protoss. Like, I'm still pretty damn good at this game, so I can pick it up fairly fast. But
A
like,
matter of opinion. Just like an awkward laugh from you there, like.
yeah. Well,
I know you're
like-
trolling, but I don't have a response, and I always beat you.
no, I'm badass, so I just don't want to shame you and make you feel bad about yourself.
And point out the
That's
fact that
what it
every
is.
time we play, you embarrass me.
Yeah,
I'm accepting
embarrass
of
you.
that.
I absolutely smash you.
I think the funny thing is when we were you were streaming our game, and I
Yeah.
had one of our mutual friends stream cheating for me, and like messaging me exactly what you were doing, and I still couldn't win.
Was it on? Was it doing that? I can't remember.
I can't remember who it was, but that's beside the point. So far, we've got Baneling Nest coming out both players at the same time, Speed out at the same time for both these players. It's pretty much equaling out. If we look at the worker count, Snoot is ahead at the moment by 2 drones, and this is really the point of where, yes, he's 2 drones ahead, but that's because he's got 1 less Zergling, but also that's the benefit of the earlier Queen.
There's about 20 Zerglings just popped for Snoot, and Speed's about to finish, so this could be a little funky timing. He's building a spine crawler.
It could be, but there's the Overlord. The Overlord for HyuN is going to see all of these, and that is the problem right there. It has been seen. HyuN won't miss something like that. The Baneling's instantly morphing.
Oh yes, and each player does have speed as well, so
This can be interesting. There are those 2 queens there. I'd expect 2 more Banelings coming out. HyuN just needs to get quite a few Banelings to defend this comfortably. And, well, the Banelings, the first one's popping. They are engaging a bit badly. And, that was nearly a huge Baneling hit, but neither of those Banelings engage well. And suddenly HyuN has a big problem, Pewey.
he does. There's not actually that many Zerglings out for him. He's trying to defend that with pure Zerglings, but we do have a little bit of violence going on up here. I couldn't think of the correct word there.
That
A little
didn't
bit of an
actually go
engagement.
that well. Only 2 drones
No.
killed.
You did get a queen, but still, like, how many banelings were lost there?
He
2?
may have got a queen, but HyuN had one he prepared earlier. And just got it, and just took it up there. So that's another reason to get a queen purely for creep spread. If you lose one,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
have one spare. And then you're all good. So that wasn't as effective as Snoop would have liked it to have been. And he did lose a lot of... Actually, the drone count now just going in HyuN's favour by 6. So...
Nice, and he is about to put on some pressure as well. Banelings are morphing and they're rallied towards the main of Snoot, so this could be really interesting. There are Banelings running in by themselves and they get taken up by queens.
Oh, that was close. Those queens are doing a good job though for Snoop there. And well, HyuN is trying to deal with these Banelings as best he can, but
oh, is there a queen about to die?
that queen will go down.
Yep.
The second queen should get away, especially with just so many Banelings there for Snoot. But of course, behind this, HyuN gained 10 drones at a time.
Nice. And we have more Zerglings coming up for Snoot as opposed to drones. So
Snoot's lair's about to finish though. It just has, and of course that's compared to HyuN only just starting his lair.
ooh, good point. We have roach speed as well, so he may be able to do a little funky timing with +1 and roaches, with speed.
Yeah,
but we do.
We do have a lot.
And
Of, we've got
it's-
big Zergling counter push coming in with those Banelings there, so that probably won't go too well. One Baneling detonates, the second one goes, but again it's a good little run by. But here come out HyuN's defensive Banelings now.
Yeah.
While that gets cleaned up, Puri, remember we were talking about Gamer League or Team GL and about
Yes.
their name, and we had Richie in our stream chat.
Yes.
Did you know Snoot and Richie make up Team GL's 2v2 team?
Ooh,
I did not know that.
I did not. So I assume Richie's the player, not like management then?
Yeah, Richie's a player, and he actually won. They won the Red Bide Land 2v2 tournament, and came 3rd in the second season of Instacraft.de
Nice.
2-on-2 Cup. So
So if you're still here, Richie, you a boss.
you are a boss.
You a boss. And he is still here, I'm checking the viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that's
both
why-
both these players
Ooh.
are getting thirds up now. So
Yeah,
third-
we also have a Spire for Snoot. And is it going to get spotted by HyuN?
he
Yes, it
did
is.
see it. So I'll be interested to see whether that spire's cancelled or not, because obviously now it's been spotted. HyuN is getting out that infestation pit ready. He's getting Burrow. Oh no, Burrow's coming out for Snoot actually. He's getting a lot of roaches.
It's so painful how like slow Queen shoots. They're just like that Overlord, that Overseer went over the main and the natural into both the Queens is just like completely fine.
It's all really
but-
interesting. I mean,
Yeah,
this is the general play from both these players is really good, and I actually think the Muta choice is gonna be good.
it could be interesting. Infestation pit's just about to pop though, and Pathogen Glands I'd imagine is soon. But we do have +1 is already done for these roaches, and speed is finished as well. But HyuN's is speed is about to finish. His +1 is 30 seconds away, so Snoot might be able. No, actually, there's way too many stuff here.
Yeah, I mean, my concern for Snoot is always my concern when you see a Zerg go for Mutas and ZvZ. You have to just worry about the fact your opponent could just think, well, you've got Mutas, which means all of your gas is there, you don't have many roaches, which means I'm just going to come and kill you.
Yeah.
Which, without a lot of spines or a lot of roaches or anything to defend, you've got problems. But good arc here for Snoot.
Yeah, that was a absolutely awesome arc, and the Muta's going to get in on this action. There's one spine behind the roaches, and a bit of burrow there, but there is an overseer, so that is pointless, really.
The burrow actually negative if you have an overseer there, because you can
Yeah.
still get shot, but you can't shoot back. And HyuN is cleaning this up now, and this is exactly the problem. If you go Mutas, they don't engage well head on, and if your opponent just floods you with roaches, just as HyuN is doing now, you can lose. Just like that.
And yeah, it's like he's going to be able to clean up these roaches just about maybe with the reinforcements, but he is taking economic damage. A couple of harvesters have gone down.
I mean, all of the time these roaches are being pumped, HyuN is getting up 6 infestors behind it, so the Mutas are now going to
Nice.
get shut down so hard, because Mutas stack so horribly, and fungal growth do so much. 3 spores, 4 spores now on the way out for HyuN, and he's just clearing up drone after drone.
We do have some drones in production as well, but it is 67 harvesters, the 52 in HyuN's favour. So
Exactly.
he already has like a 15 lead. We have spores going down at the third the natural, and nothing in the main, weirdly enough.
Well, the main's actually pretty defended on Cloud Kingdom. There's no real way for Mutas to get in easily. I mean, I'd love to see Hyun move that one of the spines just slightly more, at the third, just slightly to the top, but suddenly these Mutas are taking damage from the Spore and the Queen, and that's not fun times.
No, and as the Infestors come in, they do run away, which could have turned out a little bit bad for them, really.
Exactly.
And there's just one roach that just runs up here, he's like, hey, oh sorry, and these two roaches. And a couple more.
The trouble is, those roaches, they can pick off an Infestor just as they're doing now. Two Infestors go down, that's a big loss. A third one with a lot of energy, but there goes down the fungal growth on the Mutas. They're getting chain fungled, and that's a big problem for Snute.
Energy.
Yeah, they're out of energy, but still, a lot of Mutas went down. In terms of the loss tab, though, bang on even. Only about, what, 80 resources different, if my math is good.
A little bit more now because the roach just died, but yeah. We also had the Hydra Den just finished now, so like if he starts popping Hydras and has Infestors, this army from Snute will just get dominated, right? Like, especially the Mutalisks.
Yeah, the Mutas will get completely wrecked, and there's nothing else to really follow this up for Snute. Yes, he's got roaches and a lot of them, but Roach Hydra beats roaches, Roach Infestor beats roaches, Roach Hydra Infestor wrecks just roaches.
Yeah.
Like,
and three Infestors get sniped.
That was a good little move by Snute there, but I still think there's more roaches at the moment for Hyun, and he's also getting out those Hydras, which will be helpful.
It's just that's a lot of gas to be losing. Like that, out of all his like 6 Infestors that he killed, they're all dead, and he's actually not repopulating them. There's no Infestors.
Now Snute hasn't been doing much with these Mutas yet, but here come out the Hydras. If they get sniped down, that's a big loss of gas for Hyun. And even though Hyun has the advantage in terms of supply, Snute is being irritating.
Yeah, absolutely. And another Queen. Oh no, he's going for the drones instead.
Which I think is a good choice, because look at the drone count, 63 to 59. That could easily get leveled up. But not too many go down. The Hydra number's still really low though. There's only 2 on the field, which I think
12 drones in production for Snute and a 4th base, but this counterattack looks like it's just gonna stomp him.
Well, it's gonna stomp the 4th. 3rd base, I'd be amazed if that stays up now, because Hyun is already 55 supply ahead. So
yeah, and he's not even going for the 4th base, and this is probably just game right now. There's not enough spines, and
to be honest, really I think that's a good choice by Hyun not going for the 4th, because you can take out the 3rd, and on your way back, casually snipe the 4th, and there's the GG. So this does make it 2-0 to Hyun.